Hello and welcome to the daily newscast within the United Countries, special by First Ukraine. You can find us at the frequencies available at our website, firstua.com. I'm Sergey Velichanskiy and thank you for joining us. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense plane is about to take off. It's going to fly from Delhi to Kathmandu. Shortly before, the Nepal authorities granted landing permission and the aircraft is planned to take Ukrainians homeward. The Ministry of International Affairs confirmed that this information to First Ukraine.
Our plane is in line for takeoff. There is a long line of planes, so we are waiting. The total amount is 74 Ukrainians and about 14 foreigners. But this number is subject to change, since the foreigners may choose to leave on their own.
According to the emergency group of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which works in Kathmandu, one Ukrainian is injured due to the earthquake. He has a broken leg and he was transported from the mountaineering camp on the Everest mountain to the local hospital via helicopter. After the medical check, it will be decided when he can return home. As a result of the earthquake in Nepal, the amount of fatalities can reach up to 10,000 dead. These are the figures that the local authorities call. Shortly before, the rescuers had discovered bodies of another group of 100 people. They perished under the snowslide, which had been caused by the underground tremors. At this point, the rescue operation goes on. A really bad situation is in the region. Due to destroyed roads, the help does not come as soon as it needs. Besides, the season of rain is about to start in the area and it will make the situation worse. In connection to this, the UN has called all countries to increase their help to Nepal.
Prepared for this disaster, so we're ahead of the game on providing the support that is necessary. What we need is to continue to assure that we receive the resources that are required so that no person goes hungry.
1 hour and a half lasted combat near Zolote town in Lugansk Oblast. This was reported by the ATO headquarters. The Ukrainian soldiers repelled the assault with the dense fire of their small arms and the attackers had to retreat. As far as Donetsk Oblast goes, the terrorists shell-fired settlements with the heavy artillery.
Once again, the terrorists opened the fire with the use of artillery, caliber 122 mm, and in Shirokina area they used a tank. Near Opytne, Piski, Granitne and Avdiivka settlements, they fired with automatic and hand grenade launchers along with small arms. In Lugansk area near Size settlement, the enemy fired with 82 mm caliber mortars.
A press service of Azov regiment reported to First Ukraine about the combats in Shirokina. They say that it's 12 hours in a row that dispositions of the ATO troops have been fired upon. The territory is defended by Donbas Battalion, Azov Regiment and the Armed Forces of Ukraine.
Starting last evening, the terrorists kept firing under cover of tanks. They undertook an attack with their infantry with the attempt of taking our positions. Azov Regiment repelled the attack and starting this morning, the firing with small and heavy machine guns started again.
A building was burned down to ashes in Donetsk last night as a result of shell fire. This was reported on a local website, 62.ua. The Donetsk residents heard the sounds of heavy artillery. Due to combats in Kievsky and Kuybyshev regions of Donetsk, an electrical substation and 2 boilers have been damaged. As of this morning, the situation is stable, but there are posts in social networks that people still hear shots. The Donetsk airport runway is not damaged and is able to accept planes. It was reported on his Facebook page by Sergey, the owner of the web-based media Insider. He has made known to public a video of the runway captured by an unmanned aircraft on April 30th. And he reminded that on January 20th, Andriy Lysenko, the ATO spokesman, reported that due to the combats, the runway has been completely destroyed. The footage was commented by the head editor of another web-based resource, Sensor.net, Yuri Butusov. He stressed that the object could not have been destroyed by Ukrainian forces forces since the type of fragmentation shells used were not powerful enough to damage the concrete pavement. The Ministry of Defense made their comments as well.
I need to underline that it will have a strategic meaning only in the case when Ukrainian forces move out of Donetsk. And now, since the airport is shot through and through, this meaning is not there. The only thing which bothers is that it was reported that the runway has been destroyed. Had there been no such report, the conflict would not have been possible. If they carefully analyze other photo and video facts which are available on the internet, as well as satellite data, we can definitely see some separate undamaged spots, but the runway itself isn't usable. While the combats in the airport, the combatants had blown up the pavement and it's out of norm. At this point, the runway can't handle landing and takeoff of planes.
3 army men were injured in the past 24 hours, informs Andriy Lysenko, who is the President Administration spokesman in the ATO affairs. He also shared that on May 9th, the terrorists in Donetsk plan a provocation in order to start a massive offense.
On the Victory Day, May 9th, the militants plan to shoot down a peaceful demonstration of locals in Donetsk. The enemy will blame ATO forces in advance and use the bloodshed as an excuse for massive offense in the areas of Shirokino, Pisky and Toneta Lugansk settlements.
During a parade rehearsal in Moscow, a tank almost drove into a group of journalists. This video was captured by a Polish operator who was present on location at the time. T-34 drove along with other combat vehicles, but for some reasons it did not make a turn and kept on going into the audience. No one was injured. The parade rehearsal dedicated to the Victory Day took place at night. Some army men will wear the very same uniforms as that which was used during Crimea capture. New 5 hryvnia are released by Ukrainian National Bank. This is not a banknote, but a coin. It will be dedicated to the 70th anniversary of victory. On one side, there will be a family tree with a bird on, and on another side, a soldier's helmet and a poppy flower. The Jubilee coin shall cost 29 hryvnia, and it will be available in the National Bank departments. It was the United Country newscast by First Ukraine. You can find more details at our website first28.com. Sergey Velichanskiy was working for you in the studio. We wish you only good news. Take care and goodbye.